table, since I've already told you they're going to put their butt over one way and their spine another way, you can straighten them out before we begin anything else. Drag your knee to your chest. There you go. She's trying to help you out. Can you see it already down there? See how that happens for her? Let's just drag her around. That's better. You see that?
Yeah.
Now, you're going to collimate to 7 by 17, which I'm told is 18 by 43.
Feels like John's class.
I missed that. Okay.
John.
I get it now. I heard the name at the end and I realized it's not my business. It's a left marker. Yeah, no, I forgot what I was going to say.
That's how I felt too.
And then we're going to drag this so that it sits at the base of the gonion, right along the EAM. Good job, right there, Ed. Now you can drag her back the other direction briefly. Oops, she almost got it right. She's getting away from you. Right there, sir. Right down the mid-sagittal plane, about 2 inches off of the spine. I know that happens to be 2.5 or 3 fingers from you.
Okay, Frederick?
As we move through the class, you may have already done this with Ms. Font. Oops, I took it away. You're going to talk to her about drinking.
I'm going to give you this drink. I'm going to take a big gulp.
Good job, David.
Okay, take a big gulp. Take another big gulp. Take a big gulp.
Oh, perfect.
Did you get the exposure? Did it work? You're successful?
Yes, I did the.
Great. So it's still a left marker. We're going to drop it down and start going. How's it possible I lost that game?
Let me just. Do we need to straighten this out?
No, she'll be fine. You can either go to check and just takes it from her. Let's make her find out what a hard table is after all. Except it makes it hard for us to move a patient at that point, right? No matter how mean we're being as a tech, because it's easier without a pad. It's all messy like this. Straighten our legs, flatten her stomach. When a patient has a problem being flat, they're generally in an oblique and they stay in oblique while they stand, even though they think they're flat. Have them turn their head the other direction. I'm going to take this pillow from you. And then back towards you again. Turn your face towards me again. It'll flatten them out. They'll actually generally straighten their body out for you. So they may be up here, now they look this way, and now they turn their head towards you.
Okay.
Cool. So this is an 11 by 14, which is 28 by 35. And we're going to find the inferior border of the scapula, the top of the crest, put our hands together on the left side of the body, where our thumbs come together. That is where we're going to place the central ray. So if you have a problem finding her scapula, she's going to do a chicken wing for you like that. Now you know where it is. Push hard to find the pelvis, or the top of the crest. I had a bunch of people who were like, yee. Beat those bitches up when they actually do that too. Because inevitably what's going to happen is I'm going to actually come out of that table and I am going to palpate them really hard to find out where that crest is. And it's going to be your grade, not their giggling grade. That's the issue around it. I will find the crest. Even though they're like, oh, aren't I funny? You're so funny. When it's coming to your practical, don't allow them to undermine your ability to palpate them, please. Figure it out. Be friends early. Sleep with each other. I don't give a shit what happens. So make sure the position is right.
You're like digging in there.
You're really going to have to dig in there, sadly. I mean, people have a problem figuring that out.
I think he might be having a problem.
It happens. Palpating is part of the process. Got it?
Yeah.
Good. So from there, and the base of the scapula, put your thumbs together. She can take it. She's tough.
Touching on the other side. Turn it around.
And then we're going to go to the lateral border of the left-hand side from that point. We're going to take one hand off. That's funny. And we're just going to come. So you're at the lateral border. Right there, so take your hand off. Good. So we've got it all figured out. He's figured out where the central ray was and at the lateral border of it. Put your hands on the other side. I'm going to push on you. Good job. Well done, Dave. Right there. And we're just bringing it right over to the left-hand side. Remember, we got the liver here, the spleen here, it's pushing the stomach over, and that's where the stomach is gonna be. Beautiful.
Okay.
Breathing instructions are breath in for me, let it all out. Don't breathe or move and make the exposure.
Okay, take a deep breath in for me. Let it all out. And hold that.
Excellent.
Okay, you can breathe.
So now, we are gonna change the marker to a right, change the image receptor. She's gonna roll on her right side so she's facing us. We're just gonna make sure she can cover herself. Yes, sir?
For this one, do you want the mark on the bottom?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, I've collimated off of the image receptor. So the image receptor is 14 by 17, and I'm in by 3 inches on each side of it. I'm just gonna place the marker so it's not in the anatomy,
Okay.
okay? In general, for things like that, we either put them here or here, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. Just not in the anatomy. We start to get to a problem if we're starting to do centrally, and we're in anatomy. Techs like to know that it's actually up at the top, up at the bottom, or at the top. I don't really care where it is at this point. Each of your sites will make their own general decision on it.
So make your hands like you're praying and bring both knees up towards your chest.
We're gonna make sure she's straight on the table, and she's also lateral, so we're gonna make sure the scapulas are actually superimposed.
Okay.
It's easier to palpate for the other side, actually.
Okay.
And then the crest, we're gonna make sure she's straight. Palpating for the reverse direction actually involves having you anterior palpitation that kind of moves towards breast tissue. So
You're saying it's easier to palpate from this side?
It is actually.
Okay.
Lateral border, go ahead and have her hand up and down for you if you need to. There, like chicken wing in it. Go for it.
Chicken.
Good. Now you've got the inferior border of it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Put your pinky on that. There you go. Now the other side, where's the crest? Put your hand on the crest. It's gonna be really tight on her, right?
Should be like.
Great. Got the thumb on there. Put your thumbs together. That's where the central ray is gonna go. So now you keep one hand off. Keep your thumb there. Right, and you want to make sure the same thing happens. So now we're just right on the soft tissue border. So that's here. Got our hand on her tummy, right? Come forward, anterior. You do it, Dave.
Okay.
Just has to be out here. Keep coming. Step on it. Come, come, come. Right there. So my hand tells me that that is the lateral border of that stomach. Everything behind that, I'll tell you because we're going to do this later with lumbar spines, is the lumbar spine. If I want to do a lumbar spine, what I'm doing, I'm just going to, you guys take your pictures, you got stuff going? If you want to do a lumbar spine, this same thing will happen, but I'll cut the crest, the iliac crest, and where my thumb comes together, that's where the spine is. That is where the spine is. Cool?
Okay.
I want the tummy. So I'm just coming all the way out forward to the soft tissue, and that is where the tummy is. Cool.
Okay.
Mr. Lapagine and I did the quiz. It turns out that the quiz wants you to think it's mid-coronal plane. I think it is on some people. It's not a true answer to it. I think the quiz is wrong. So choose the mid-coronal plane for your answer when you take the quiz.
Mid-coronal.
Mid-coronal. That's coronal.
Okay. Take a deep breath in, blow out, and hold it. Okay,
Very
you can
good, sir.
breathe.
Now she's going to roll all the way in her back. We're going to still use the right marker because she's supine, but we're going to get a new image receptor and open to 14 by 17, which happens to be 35 by 43. And we're going to do it from the top of the iliac crest forward, like a KUB, it's just a high KUB. Something wrong with that pedal, huh? It's weird.
You have to double tap it and then it
it's
unlocks.
just- It was me.
Tapping.
The zipper's off a little bit, huh?
I'm not looking at her zipper. But...
Good job. But she graphically wants to be pretty, you know, so we're gonna do that right. She's a good girl. She wants to be pretty.
Same breathing instructions, right?
Great.
Okay.
David, come on, David. Be a little more.
I
There you go. Aesthetically pleasing.
Right.
This is your work. All right.
Okay, take a deep breath in,
Do something crazy.
blow out, hold it.
Beautiful job. You did it. Hey, look at that. Upper GI. Any questions on that? Who's the next victim?